Hello, it's the last day of 2013. So, this year went strangely exactly as I predicted. I noticed, looking at my writing, that I had accurately predicted the actions of all the three people that I thought were important this year. So, Jana lied to me. Osama is a coward and a fool and a liar. And Maria is, well, the worst of the three. My plan is to never see any of them ever again, or speak to them. Obviously, there's possibilities that they have something that I want, but until that, shows itself, I'm not gonna be contacting anyone. So in January, February, March, I traveled through Asia. I landed in Bangkok and I flew back from Bali. On this day last year, I was here in Spain, in Madrid, spending time with Maria because I was trying to cement my gains, really. And I realized that it was dumb. And anyway, I'm glad that I started in Spain and I'm glad that I finished. So then after I came back from Bali, which was a brilliant trip back, by the way, because everything just went so smoothly and I slept really well. And the next thing I knew, I was in Turkey, and then I was in Holland, and I was feeling really good and positive. And then I got to Osnabrück, and it was a really nice day to be there. And personally, I had a good day. And then within a short time, the false tales began to unwind. I think the day that I'll remember the most is one day we went and saw Iron Man 3, and that was a Sunday, I think. I might be confused, but nonetheless, I think it was. And this was after things had already become really quite impossible with the money. And but she had arranged with some people to make investments and stuff, so she was going to go meet them after the movie. And on the way back from the movie, there was a minor noise in the car, maybe like less than the sound of something falling in the trunk. Pardon me. And it was really nothing. Anyway, when we got back, she went into one room and I went into another, and she never came back out. She never went to the meeting. She never talked to me about it. And then some lame excuse about she had talked to people and they said, "Oh, don't drive that car." Neglecting the fact that everyone's future was riding on the meeting itself. A taxi, a friend. I don't know. There had to be another solution. It was, something like 25,000 euros that she was going to go pick up. Anyway, that just got forgotten and, ignored. And then, slowly but surely I saw, maybe not even slowly, maybe quite quickly, that it was just bullshit and that she's a liar and she's not able to control her lies. And so I thought it was time to leave. And when I finally got around to it, and I thought I'd take the train through Switzerland and everything, and I had this good plan set up, the idea of going to that the train trip would end at Maria's was just, I couldn't. I just, I hate her. I truly don't want to be around her. And I ended up changing my plans and staying there. So that was probably about May or June. I made a couple trips out. I went to Amsterdam once. I went to London once. And when I got back from London, she had... Oh, right. The other thing I'll remember is after being there for 3 weeks, she asked me to pay the rent. And then when I got back from London, she asked me to pay 2 months' rent. So, basically she hasn't paid rent on time ever. The landlord came and, sort of told me he thinks she's mentally ill, and that she hasn't been paying on time, and that she has lots of excuses. Well, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, but it doesn't happen. And I realized then, really, that, you know. And so when I got back from London, I paid some money. I thought, what the hell, you know? I mean, where am I going to go for less? And then, I don't know when it was, but a while later, sitting at lunch, we were having a joke, and she got all upset about it and didn't talk to me for like 2 months. And so in that time, I tried my best to leave, and I finally did leave on the 7th of December. And I was very tense, and it was very unhappy, and you know, all my time there, basically, I just spent sitting. I mean, not even basically. There's very little else other than sitting at that chair and you know, playing on the computer or whatever. And yeah, I did absolutely nothing, and it got to the point where I could feel that, you know, the lack of use of my muscles was actually starting to make them atrophy, I think. And so I had a lot of mental pressure, and it was time to go. And when I left, of course, I was a bit tense and a bit confused. And anyway, I finally made a decision, and I came to Barcelona, which was a great decision, as it turned out. It took me, you know, a couple of liars. I had to get through a couple of liars to find a place. Got a really nice hotel for really cheap that I loved. I mean, really liked. And had I known about it, I would have booked it for no less than a week. And you know, taken my time, looked around, and saw what was happening, and made better decisions. Instead, I'm here. It's all worked out fine, so I'm not complaining. What's next is anyone's guess. I think there's 3 real guesses: Middle East, Far East, and here. Any of these are really possible. And my guess is, well, I'm going to guess here. I'm going to guess that I'm still here this time next year, and that I'm glad of it. If I go to Saudi Arabia, I'll never come back. And same with China. I'll just simply see out my years. And the only kind of plans I can make are plans like, you know, that include Medicare. So I'd rather Saudi Arabia.